Hey guys, my name is Nora Franch, and welcome to the podcast Grateful Blessed Mess, daily reflections for those in the 12 steps. I am a fellow 12-stepper and certified mindset coach, and I am here to introduce you to the value of mindset coaching in your 12-step journey. So if you feel like you are stuck in the steps, if you're slipping and sliding with your abstinence, mindset coaching may help you as it did me, and you can find me at CatholicMindsetCoaching.com. These episodes are meant to invite you in to consider the truths of 12-step wisdom and to join in the very real struggle of living them in action. I hope that it feels almost like a mini meeting, and I invite you to contribute your own share on the Grateful Blessedness Facebook group to keep the discussion going. My comments are based on my own experience, so feel free to take what you like and leave the rest. But my hope is to encourage you on your own daily 12-step journey. As they say, you cannot stay clean on yesterday's shower. So without further ado, let's begin. We are reading from A Day at a Time, April 2nd. What causes slips? What happens to a person who apparently seems to understand and live the way of the program, yet decides to go out again? What can I do to keep this from happening to me? Is there any consistency among those who slip? Any common denominators that seem to apply? We can each draw our own conclusions, but we learn in the program that certain inactions will all but guarantee an eventual slip. When a person who has slipped is fortunate enough to return to the program, do I listen carefully to what he or she says about the slip? Today I pray, may my higher power, if I listen, show me if I am setting myself up to get high again. May I glean from the experiences of others that the reasons for such a lapse of resolve or such an accident of will most often stem from what I have not done rather than from what I have done. May I keep coming back to meetings. Today I will remember, keep coming back. I think people who've had long-term abstinence and have slipped, I would love to hear your wisdom if anyone cares to share about that. Personally, I still feel very young in my own sobriety, but I can tell you I identify red flags where I can see that I'm starting to feel unglued a little bit from like that safety hold of program. And whether it's a symptom of my physical disease coming up or of the obsession of my mind or just of that like emotional insobriety hitting new extremes, those are all red flags to me that I need to reconnect. And if I'm so disconnected that I don't even see the red flags, I know for sure that I will be back in it. And the thing is part of me does have that, I think, healthy fear that sometimes I'm not even seeing what I'm not seeing, you know? And so for that reason, I can only think of the importance of being part of the group and the fellowship where you're among other people who can see you, where you're talking to your sponsor who may be able to see things that you're not able to see and has like the authority in being your sponsor to bring those things up. And I think it's just a matter of constantly knowing that you are on the journey of trying to work and rework towards humility. My disease, I truly believe it could come back in a second if I stop working my program. And there are days where I work it harder, and there are days where times where I don't work it as hard, and then I come back, and sometimes by the grace of God, nothing happens. Other times I have scares or something. I don't know why the timing, other than believing it's a higher power's timing, why some people get abstinent or clean right away. Other people takes a long time. Other people are on again, off again, on again, off again, which is a very painful place to be. Some people leave program. Some people never leave program. I don't know the reasons for any of that other than I do believe that it must be God's will somehow. Because I don't think there's a rhyme or reason there's logic won't help us there, just like it doesn't help us with our disease. So it's not something for me to think about, but I do have gratitude for being where I am today. And I think just with that, I pass.
Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. If you feel that mindset coaching could help you on your 12-step journey, please feel free to reach out and find me at catholicmindsetcoaching.com. But more than that, it's important to me to give listeners like yourself a place where you do not need to feel alone on your 12-step journey. And for that reason, I've created a Facebook group. It's called Grateful Blessed Mess. And it's a place where listeners can go to add their own commentary on the share for the day, in addition to my own, and for us just to have a conversation or start a back and forth where people can find support in their 12-step journey. This is not a replacement for 12-step work. This is something outside of the 12 steps. It is simply something that has a heart for the 12 steps and those who are in it. And so, welcome. If you are here, chances are you may also be a bit of a mess. And I hope that you can learn to find some gratitude in the blessings that have come from your messes.